If you knew what Allah gives you the moment you give up haram, you wouldn't even think twice. It's literally the fastest upgrade of your entire life. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 greatest blessings that are poured into your life when you actually quit haram and how you can literally start walking on that path today to receive them. Trust me, once you hear them, you'll never look at haram the same way again. But first, let me ask you something. What do you think stops most people from quitting haram? Fake pleasure? Money? Fame? Status? Nope. The actual reason stopping most people from giving up haram is they're terrified of the empty space it leaves behind. They think, if I stop talking to her, I'll be alone forever. If I delete those apps, I'll be bored. If I walk away from that easy money, I'll always struggle. But here's the reality. You don't lose anything real. You only lose an illusion. I want you to think about it for a second. That haram relationship you gave up, you thought it would leave you lonely, but instead it gave you dignity and honor, and it opened the path for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide you to something pure and lasting. Or that fake pleasure of haram, at night you thought wasn't that bad, it was eating your soul alive, but when you let it go, you experience a different kind of purity and pleasure, one that doesn't fade the second your screen goes dark. So understand this one thing, you're not losing anything. You're upgrading. You're trading something fake for real. And here's the real beauty of it. The very first thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you the moment you drop haram is not some instant money or status. It's something far more precious, and without it your entire life stays empty. Relief and inner peace. Think about how haram really feels. It promises all the thrills and highs, but ties a knot in your chest that never unties. You know it. The guilt and restlessness that hits you 10 times harder right after. But the moment you resist and walk away, you'll start to feel it. Salah isn't just movements anymore, it gives you peace. Sleep feels lighter. Mornings don't start with shame. That constant noise in your head finally quiets down. This is the real relief. The kind that only comes when you make the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala your utmost priority. Another blessing you receive is abundant barakah in rizq and time. You tell me, is there any way you'll lose when your risk shows up from places you could never imagine? Like when your time stretches many folds, when you do less but achieve more. You work less but earn more. You're not stuck in endless hours of scrolling and chasing crap. Suddenly, you've all the energy to lock in and achieve your goals. This is what Allah gives you when you truly fear Him. But you think giving up haram will make life harder. Think again. Another great thing you receive is clarity and respect. You know that constant foggy state where you can't think straight for a minute? That's haram polluting your brain. It clouds your mind and blurs your decisions. But when you let it go, it's like wiping all the dust off. Suddenly you see clearly. You know exactly what pulls you down and what lifts you up. You sense which path is right and which is wrong. And most importantly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts your respect among the hearts of people. People recognize your clean character. Trust grows, respect builds, and Allah opens doors you never even knocked on, because you guarded His sacred limits. Another one of these greatest blessings is, you'll experience the sweetness of Iman. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Verily, you will never leave anything for the sake of Allah Almighty, but that Allah will replace it with something better for you." This is real and you'll experience it, and that replacement can be anything. Salah becomes a joy, not a burden. Quran starts moving you. That fake pleasure you used to chase in sin, it disgusts you, and now it's replaced by a sweetness that actually satisfies, a sweetness that makes you stare temptation right in the face and walk away pure. Now lastly, you'll finally feel true freedom. See, the world is selling you haram as freedom. Do what you want, follow your desires, no rules. But look closer, is that freedom, or is it slavery? Slavery to lust, slavery to desires, slavery to habits that chain you in shame. Real freedom is when those shackles break, when you wake up and no longer feel dirty inside, when you walk through life with no secrets weighing you down. But here's the thing, this freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you want. It comes from doing what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. So this is the golden trade. You give up slavery to desires and Allah gives you true freedom. But here's the part you may not realize. When you give up haram, sometimes life doesn't instantly feel better. You might feel empty at first. You might even feel like something's missing. That's because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is purifying your heart for something greater. But don't worry, you already have another promise from Him. Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. So that loneliness you feel after leaving haram is not punishment. It's all the poison being pulled out of your heart so real sweetness can be poured in. Think of it like detox. The first days are the hardest. Your body screams hard for it. But if you push through, you come out stronger, lighter, and freer than ever. Giving up haram is the same. The struggle at the start is proof that your soul is breaking chains. And what comes after that test is a gift you've never imagined. It's like trading fake gold for pure gold. But the truth is, most of us never resist long enough to truly experience it. And I don't want that to be you. I've put together a free guide called The 7 Underground Secrets of Haram-Free Muslims to help you with exactly that. These are the exact hidden principles that haram-free Muslims use to not just give up sin, but to stay haram-free and taste the sweetness of Iman every single day. It is free for now, but I can't promise for how long. So if you see this, this is your chance to grab it while you still can. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. With the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it might just be the turning point you've been praying for. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.